Hello everyone, welcome to today's workshop on 10 things you should know before submitting to film festivals. It is another glorious day here at Pinewood Studios. It's like 29 degrees and it is hot, so hence the kind of beach vibey looks today. So before we get started on today's workshop, I'm just going to do a quick roundup of how the Tokyo Lifter Film Festival is going. So we have 2 programs left in the festival. So we have the newcomers shorts and the trendsetter documentaries taking place at the moment. They will be running until the 28th of June. So you've got 2.5 days left to go before that caps off at 10 p.m. BST. And it has been wonderful to see how many filmmakers are involved, how many audience viewers we have, and all of the votes coming in support of these wonderful, wonderful films. We will be announcing the following week who the second round participants are, and I'm super excited for that. But one more thing before I move on. So the New York Lifter Film Festival is taking place on the 1st of July to the 31st of July. And we're going to change things up a little bit. So instead of doing our traditional Wednesday career road mapping sessions and the Friday workshops, which you're tuning in for today, we will be doing filmmaker interviews with the participants of the New York Lifter Film Festivals, the filmmakers who are in pole position, and also we are going to be talking to we'll be giving a kind of roundup of what is happening. So enjoy that, and let's crack on with today's workshop. So the reason why you are here. So today's workshop, 10 things you should know before submitting to film festivals. So this is 10 things that I'm going to blast through to you this afternoon. And if you do have any questions, please put them in the comment box and I will do my best to answer them as best as I possibly can. So point number 1, cover letters. Yes, we do read them. Every single one of the lift-off judges reads the cover letters, especially if you make it into the final round. This can be the difference between a selection or not. So it's super, super, super important to write a cover letter. So what to include? So I've got some few bullet points here of what to include. So firstly, you should include how you are relevant to the film festival. So does your content match with the type of films that we screen? If yes, say why and why you think you are relevant to the film festival. Where are you based? Are you based locally? Are you able to attend the festival? If so, please put that in the cover letter because that could mean the difference between a selection or not, because you're bringing bums on seats. So where have you already screened? Is this your premiere screening, or have you screened at thousands of festivals? Do let us know. We are not a premiere-based festival, so we do screen films that have had premieres at other film festivals, and we also screen films that have had online viewings as well. So we're not cutting anyone out of the festival selection at all. But do let us know what your situation is, because if it is a premiere screening, then we know that you will be bringing a lot more people to that screening. Everyone who took part, the cast and crew, your family and friends, everyone will want to come to that screening. So do let us know about that. So there you go again. My point is, who will be attending the festival if you get a selection? Let us know, it's super important. And then another thing to put in is, have you been to one of our festivals before? The reason why I say this is because we do a lot of networking events after the festivals, and if we've met you, then we will remember that. But you need to jog our memories of where and how, or whatever the circumstance was that we met, because it will go in your favour massively. So put all of that information into your cover letter, and our judges, as I said, 100% do read them. So point number 2 is avoid blindly submitting. Do you align with the festival? This is super, super important. So as I'm sure all of you know about Film Freeway, there are thousands upon thousands of film festivals on there, and some filmmakers just blindly submit. Oh, it's $10 here, $10 there, $30 there, $50 there. It adds up super quickly, and if you do not align with the festival, then you're just wasting that money. It's so important to understand what that festival is programming, what content they have, what style of filmmakers they're into. So the best way that you can do this is actually by contacting the festival directors themselves or organisers and ask to view some of their content. Sometimes they've got online collections which you can have a look at, or they can send you some private links to what they screened last year, and that is the best way to understand if your project aligns. But even better than that is to attend the film festival and see for yourself what is being selected that year. So, have you watched the content? Ask yourself that before you submit to a festival. So again, the length of film is super important, and this is point number 3. So the ideal short film length is 9 to 14 minutes, and the ideal feature length is 45 to 120 minutes. And that is obviously due to the length that you can hire the cinema space. So when you're looking at hiring cinemas, they usually do it in blocks of 2 hours. So then as a festival's point of view, we then need to know, okay, this film that we really want to select is just under 2 hours. That gives us time to do a Q&A as well. Perfect. But if your film exceeds that, it needs to be exceptional, because it means that the festival has to then hire out the venue for another block or extend the festival program. So just bear that in mind when you're writing your features. So length of film is super important. And when it comes down to, if you think about it and you can't cut your film and you've got a longer short film, or you've got a feature film that maybe does just tip that longer 120 minutes, 125 over the 2 hour mark, then submit super locally and say to them in your cover letter, yes, I can attend the festival. This may be our premiere screening. I will be bringing lots of audience or attendees to the festival. We'd be grateful if you could highly consider our content. And that works as well, because at the end of the day, festivals want to be sold out. Festivals want audiences to come, and they want to raise the awareness to the other circles out there, not just the filmmakers. So it's super important that if you do have a longer film, that you stick to local festivals that you are able to attend. And at Liftoff, we have programmed films that are longer. So for example, we've done collections of 3 featurettes, which are around 40 minutes, or we've done short films that are around the 25 mark, and we've selected 4 of those to create a collection instead of a standard 8 to 10 short film program. And that has worked wonderfully, but the films do need to be exceptional. So again, think about what it is that you are submitting and if it will fit in with or align with the festival. So the next point is, it's exactly what I said. So what do the festivals screen? Just make sure you know it. Have a look on their website, find out what they previously screened that year, and then do you align? Yes or no? Do not waste your money, essentially. So follow the festival's social media. Again, another important point. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whichever other social media they may have, because if they are a festival that prioritizes social media, what do they do for the filmmakers? How are they promoting the filmmakers, and how are they promoting their festival? If you come across a film festival social media and they haven't posted in a year, do you really want to submit to them? It looks like they're not doing anything. What are they doing? So are they a scam? Potentially. You never know, especially if it's a festival that you haven't really heard of and nothing really backs up them or accreditates them. So look at their social media and find out what it is that they are doing. If it was up to me and I was trying to contact a festival, you could totally do it through social media. There's direct messaging, or you can do it publicly, and the festivals will respond to you. So that is another way to get in touch. Just see what's going on, who the team are, do they look fun, are they doing what they're saying they're doing? It's a really fun way to engage with the festival as well. So the next point is spend your submission fees carefully. I kind of touched upon this a second ago, but I just want to kind of push this topic a lot, because if you've got a sci-fi film and you're submitting it to everything and they don't select sci-fi, and you're wasting your money, and filmmaking at the independent level is not cheap, so you have to be smart. So another way that you can look at this is, what are the prizes? What are the film festivals offering in return for the submission fee? Of course, a screening, but what do you win if you win that screening? And what is it that you want to achieve? So say you are a screenwriter and you're looking to develop that script into a feature or into a film, whatever it may be. Then do they have a mentorship program? Maybe that's the prize. And maybe that's something that you are looking for. Or maybe you're looking for a cash prize so you can develop your project further and get it up on its feet and running. Perhaps you're looking for film market representation. Is that a prize that they offer? Potentially. Or maybe it's equipment to shoot your next film or whatever it may be. Read everything that is on that Film Freeway submission page, and if it meets your expectations, then submit to them, of course. But if their prizes align with your goals and ambitions, then that is way better. So just have a look out for what it is that they are offering you in return for your submission fee. And also, don't just submit to all of your dream festivals if you do not align with them. So for example, Cannes, TIFF, oh, who else is out there? The big boys, the big players, Tribeca. They are all very, very hard festivals to get into, and they select a very limited amount of short films and feature films each year. So are you realistically going to spend that extortionate submission fee with the hope to get in? And if you're sitting there going, but I really, really want to, that's like my dream festival, then my advice is, 1, contact the festival, see what they are programming this year, what it is that, if they have any themes going on that year, or what are they looking out for in advance. Also look at all of their programs that they've screened. Does your project align with what they've screened before? But maybe narrow it down to maybe 2 or 3 of the Oscar qualifying festivals, or the big players that have got hefty fees attached to them. Maybe limit it to that, and then focus on other festivals where your project aligns more. Submission fees. And then 6, if you're bold enough, then make programming suggestions. The reason why I say if you're bold enough is that you have to understand what it is that the festival are selecting, what they're programming year on year. So maybe they have a similar structure at every screening that they have. For example, at Liftoff, we try our best to put animations into each screening, music videos, a documentary, a collection of short films. We try and vary the program up so it's not just a heavy drama, oh my god, you want to kill yourself after the screening sort of festival. No, we want to kind of take you on a roller coaster, and animation and music videos are often those things that lift a program. So if you're sitting with an animation that you feel is quite light-hearted, and you know that we here at Liftoff are on the lookout for animations to pull up a program, then suggest that in your cover letter. Say to us, or email us after you've submitted. Say, hi everyone, I've just submitted to New York Liftoff, and I have this amazing animation which I think would be perfect in XYZ program. I would love for you to take a look and give me your thoughts, whatever it may be. But if you're bold enough to say that, and you really have done your homework on each festival, then send that to them, because it's great for the programmers to understand what it is that you are trying to achieve and how we can help you. So if you're brave enough, do it. Another point to make on this is that programs change all the time. So email in advance and ask what it is that we are looking for this year. Point number 7. So share your public relation initiatives. How are you going to promote your screening? And have you got a backlog of press contacts, press clippings from the past? So it's really, really important to include this on your Film Freeway page as well as on your cover letter, or if you're a type of filmmaker that emails the festival after to say, I've just submitted, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Tell us in that as well what your background is with press. Because at the end of the day, if you can prove to us that you're going to get bums on seats, then that is what really is fantastic. So promoting your screening, have you written a press release before? On Film Freeway, there's a section where you can put all of your articles, which is a great way to share your experience so far and the films that you have had success with. And then the backlog, if you have that example on Film Freeway, then we know as an organisation that you have got connections with press, which means that if we select you again, you should be able to reconnect with those journalists and get your film into newspapers, social media platforms, and into magazines, wherever you were successful last time. And this is super, super important for you as well, just to build your portfolio up, because when you contact, producers, or if you're looking to get finance on your films, then if you have this in your EPKs, then it goes a long way as well. So it's just a good idea to start thinking about that. And it also shows to us that you understand the industry and that you use your initiative to get to where you want to be. Festivals promote festivals promote the film festival as a whole. They don't individually pick out filmmakers and promote them. So it's the job of the filmmaker to promote their own screening. So if you can show that and demonstrate that to us, that also goes a long way. 8. Remove elongated title credits. So if we go back to the ideal length of time, so a short film anywhere between 9 and 14 minutes, if you then have a title credit sequence that lasts 3 minutes, that's like a quarter of your film, or a third of your, a quarter of your film taken up. So, and it also can be quite boring. If you think about it from a judge's point of view, they are going through thousands and thousands of submissions. And if your film doesn't hit that point, it doesn't get straight to the point, then their judges are most likely going to move on. So make sure that you come straight in with the action, straight in with the hook, and you do not waste any time. So remove those elongated credit sequences. And then 9, attend film festivals. Again, I can't stress this point enough. You just never know the opportunities that come. And yes, if you've been selected, come to your screening, meet other filmmakers. But if you haven't been selected, it's equally just as important to attend those film festivals, because one, I would go with the aim to meet the organisers, meet the programmers, and meet the hosts of the festivals. Because as I mentioned at the beginning, if you are able to put that into your cover letter, then it will immediately reconnect the dots of where we met you, and we want to help you. So if you say to us, oh, we met at Amsterdam Liftoff, and I'm looking to submit to that festival for next year's edition, and we had a great conversation, and we saw that you were networking with the other filmmakers, then yeah, we will definitely try our best to help you out. And even if we don't select you, you're not just one film. So we will try and help you on your journey, or however we can. But do meet the festival organisers. That is the best advice I think I can give. And if you attend film festivals, you could watch a project or a film that you absolutely loved, and the filmmaker could be there, and then you could start a collaboration with them. And then imagine if you submitted that film to us. We would be like, amazing, of course we're going to screen your film. The connections and the involvement is also supporting us, which is sweet. So 10, read everything. I can't stress that enough either. So read everything from submission level through to selection, or the notifications that you receive from Film Freeway. So read everything. So when you're submitting, make sure that you know what you are submitting to, and what type of festival you are submitting to, what the prizes are, what it is that they require for you to submit. And then when you come to the notification part, maybe they've put something in there. Maybe it's submission waivers, or advice or hints and tips on how you can improve your project. And then at the selection part, it could be anything from how to send us your content, where your laurels are attached, if there's a poster attached, if we can help you with your press, anything. If you can read those emails on every communication from start to finish, it will avoid so many unnecessary questions and taking up the team that are organising the film festival. Of course, if there's something you don't understand, we're here to help, but at the same time, make sure that you read everything to avoid unnecessary questions or unnecessary email communications. So, they are the 10 things you should know before submitting to film festivals. I'm just checking over to the chat room to see if there is any questions, and there's not. It's just everyone saying hello. Hi everyone, welcome to the workshop this afternoon. So I'm just going to do a little recap, and something that I think is super important, and it relates to this quite a bit. So, to become more responsible with your enthusiasm for gaining knowledge, to become better equipped as an output as an artist. So the filmmakers that rise from the dust are always those that do as much as they can to better understand their audience and how others are doing with similar resources and opportunities. So, you didn't get selected for a film festival, but the filmmaker is sitting at that screening because they did. And so you can talk to them after and be like, what did you do to get selected? And what other festivals have you been selected? Because my project is quite similar to yours, and I would just like to know which other festivals you have submitted to, so I can add those to my list of film festivals that I think align with my project. That's just an example there. If you reach out, you never know what the answers are going to be. So attend more film festivals, meet those audience members, meet those filmmakers who can help you with your career. So how can you expect an industry to support you if you do not support it? Super important. I've mentioned that over and over and over and over again in this workshop. So create a mission plan. Search for all of those local film festival screenings in your area and attend them if you don't have a project already, or if you have a project and it aligns, submit away. Volunteer some of your time to help with other projects, and engage with filmmakers whose work is similar to your own. Why? Because they will know how to get your project into festivals if they've had success with a similar project. And then engage with filmmakers' work who you find is on the next run up to yours. Again, ask how they got there. People who are more advanced in this industry want to drag you up with them. They don't want to see you stumble over the same things that they did. They want to help you, and they are happy to give advice. And engage with filmmakers' work that inspires you, obviously. And then discover true film in content online. Pay for it and share it. So keep working on those ideas. Build a stable and reliable creativity engine. And remember, you're not just one film. We hate rejecting filmmakers. It is honestly awful, especially because we know how much time and effort you've put into your projects. So if we do not select you for that one film, that does not mean we are rejecting you as a filmmaker. Not at all. We want to help you as much as possible. So, are you a filmmaker looking to launch your career? If so, you should become a professional member. So what's included in your professional membership? You get free submissions to all of our film festival and showcases based here at Pinewood Studios. The festivals are based in 11 cities around the world. We do career road mapping sessions. I'm not sure if you caught the one on Wednesday with Eugene and Adam. It was wonderful. We talked about film market representation and the best way to package your project, essentially. And then once things get back to normal, you can join us here in the audience, and you can join us for those live workshops on Friday where we'll be discussing your problems, and it would just be great to get people back in our cinema space. We also have a wonderful job dashboard with jobs from all around the world in every area that you can think of, and then we do market representation at all the major film markets. So how to access that, go to liftoff.network/membership. And voila! So they are the 10 things that we advise here at Lift Off that you should know before submitting to film festivals. And there are some questions in the chat room, so I'm just going to have a quick look at those. So we've got a message here from Peter saying, is there some sort of timeline for submitting to festivals? So it really depends. Some festivals are open for a very short amount of time, and their call for entries are maybe a week to a month or 3 months. But all of the festivals here at Lift Off are open for a solid year. So as soon as one festival finishes, we reopen it for the following year, and it's open for 12 months. So just again, read on Film Freeway what it says, look at the deadline section, and go from there. So he says, say you finish your film in January, do you recommend to submit to festivals throughout 1 year till January and then you're done? When is the right time to stop submitting? So I would say that there is a time frame here, and that is roughly 2 years. Lots of festivals don't look at films past the 2-year mark because, one, they're kind of out of date and they've probably already done quite a lot of screenings on the festival circuit. So I would say that you have a 2-year limit with the aim to get as many festival screenings within the first year, so it is current. When do you anticipate the next film festival to have public attendance? Thank you, Michael. I have no idea. Cinemas in the UK are going to be opening from the 1st of July, but obviously they are very limited with the amount of people that can actually attend those screenings, depending on the size of the cinema. But hopefully, I don't know. AFM is looking to reopen in Santa Monica for the film market there, and that will be attended by thousands, and they have film screenings alongside that. And I'm starting to hear of other festivals looking at the best way that they can start to reopen their screenings and having their film festivals. So I don't want to give you a definite answer because it is changing every day, but just keep an eye on what the festivals are doing. They will say on their social medias and on their websites what is going on, or you can just send them an email and contact them saying, what is going on, when do you anticipate the next live screenings to be taking place? Cool. If you have any other questions, please let us know. I'm just going to move on to my final bit. So we talked slightly about the Facebook members group, and that's how we got Eugene and Adam on for the career road mapping session last week, or this week just gone. So if you are a professional Liftoff member, basic, intermediate or professional, there is a place where you can meet our other members, get feedback from your projects, talk to us, share with us your problems, and like I said, you can get invited to the career road mapping session, advice, and so much more. So if you are a member, please join us there, and we would love to see you on that page. Just to recap what is coming up, so the First Time Filmmakers sessions is currently running also until Sunday, and then the Tokyo Festival finishes on Sunday as well at 10 p.m. BST. And then from the 1st of July we will be doing the New York Lifter Film Festival, running for a whole month, where we'll be inviting the pole position filmmakers to come on through every Wednesday and Friday, and we'll be doing mini workshops with them and finding out about how they got their projects made and how they got it into the festival to begin with. So join us for that, and if you haven't already, thank you, have a lovely weekend. Are there any other questions? No, I don't think there is. Awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.